Are you feeling overwhelmed? Do you find yourself constantly juggling multiple responsibilities, always feeling like there's never enough time in the day? You're not alone. The feeling of being overwhelmed is
all too common in today's fast-paced world.
It can be difficult to cope with the demands of work, family, friends, and personal responsibilities. The pressure to perform and meet expectations can weigh heavily on our shoulders, leaving us feeling stressed and anxious. We often feel like we're drowning in a sea of tasks, struggling to keep our heads above water. The feeling of being overwhelmed can take a toll on our mental and physical well-being. It can lead to sleepless nights, irritability, and a constant
feeling of exhaustion.
We may find ourselves unable to focus or concentrate, leading to a decrease in productivity and an increase in frustration. So how do we cope with the feeling of being overwhelmed? One of the first steps is to acknowledge and accept our feelings. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's a natural response to a heavy workload and high expectations. By acknowledging our feelings, we can begin to take steps to address them. One way to cope with the feeling of being overwhelmed is to prioritize and organize our tasks. By breaking down our responsibilities into smaller, more manageable tasks, we can create a sense of order and control. This can help to reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed and make it easier to tackle each task one step at a time. It's also important to take care of ourselves during times of overwhelming stress. This means making time for self-care. Activities such as exercise, meditation, or hobbies that bring us joy. Taking breaks and setting boundaries can also help to prevent burnout and reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed. Seeking support from friends, family, or a professional can also be beneficial when feeling overwhelmed. Talking about our feelings and seeking guidance from others can provide a new perspective and help us to feel less alone in our struggles. Remember, it's okay to ask for help when feeling overwhelmed. We're all human, and we all experience moments of stress and struggle. By acknowledging our feelings, prioritizing tasks, taking care of ourselves, and seeking support, we can begin to overcome the feeling of being overwhelmed and regain a sense of balance and control in our lives.